All right, I want to start that over real quick, folks. Sorry. So anyway, my name is Peyton 3.0. The drum step and EDM vocals of Supreme. My social medias are soundcloud.com/Peyton30, Instagram.com/Peyton3 underscore O star, Facebook Zombitron Community. If you are not already on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Peyton30, and YouTube at youtube.com/C/Peyton30 covers hits. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's get to the subject of Travis Scott attorney office replies after hearing about the 8 deaths. Well, what you guys really have to think about is what would you do in this position? Now, do you blame him because there's many reports out there and many YouTubers saying that you saw what went on, but he kept on. It was a sacrifice and all these different things. But let's put ourselves in his shoes for a minute. What are some of the things that you would have done? Put it down in the comments section, and we'll have a discussion. Even after this premieres, and you're not on live stream, we'll start a discussion because I come back to my page and I look at all the notifications and what you guys say because, sorry, I'm trying to make sure my voice is heard in this mic because it's important to conversate with you guys because you took the time to be here and be on the page and some of you become fans. Hey, anyway, let's read the article that I found on the subject. Back into the world, I feel like I'm on my way to work. I'm wearing my nice shirt. I'm getting on the train. This was from Your EDM, I believe. And it's entitled Astro World Offers Thoughts and Prayers, then turns off replies following at least 8 deaths. Okay? At least 8 people are dead, including reportedly a 10-year-old boy, 23 hospitalized, and hundreds more treated for injuries at the Travis Scott's Astro World Festival. I forgot to put the picture up of Travis, okay? That was him at the concert, or whatever, his own concert, which takes place now yearly. Anyway, and hundreds more treated for injuries after Travis Scott's Astro World Festival in Houston last night at NRG Park. According to the photo and video accounts on social media, the festival had been experiencing lapses in security and safety throughout the day, beginning with a stampede through entrance security less than an hour after the festival began. Please excuse my hair. I didn't feel like combing it right now or going through the whole rigmarole. Okay, so that's just what it is. Anyway, back to this. XXL shared a video from the entrance where a massive bottleneck caused people to trample upon entry, while Mackay Hatfield from local ABC 13 shared a video from the following security checkpoint where there were only 3 staff present to presumably check credentials from incoming attendees. Okay. I don't really know how to share my screen because I can't really show the clips of the videos right now. I gotta figure that out on the OBS streaming thing, which I'm still trying to learn and master. According to KHOU 11 News, during Scott's set, which began at 8:45 p.m., the crowd began to compress towards the front of the stage, and that caused panic and people were getting injured. HFD transported 17 people to the hospitals. 11 of those transported were in cardiac arrest. Okay? One account from an ICU nurse who was in attendance describes the pandemonium as she fell unconscious during the concert due to all the people pushing forward. She was crowd surfing toward the front, where she was taken to a little section behind GA. where others were being treated for injuries. But according to her account, multiple people were unconscious and receiving CPR who didn't even who didn't require it. As she describes, one, no one was checking pulses. Medical equipment, was also allegedly sparse, and those who were put in charge were or undertrained to handle the situation. Okay? So the thing is, my whole thing is they weren't even set up for this whole thing. This is not something that's new. This is not something that is unheard of. This kind of thing happens at plenty of these concerts, depending on what the audience demographic is, you know, what the market of people is, right? And they should have already predicted this to have medical assistance by and things and all this other stuff, security, just in case this would happen. But for some reason, they didn't, and I'm not sure who all, even though it's Astro World is supposedly is built at Travis Scott's own putting together. He had a team of people to help him do it. Not sure who his record label was, or if it was really under them, and not just solely him. I'm not sure if he's independent or whatever, whatnot, whatever. Okay, but the point is, they should have been prepared for this in case it would have happened, right? Just due to past cases in hip hop events or whatever, whatnot, and whatever kind of other concerts that it might happen at, not just that. Should have, in my opinion, should have been prepared for that. Okay? Okay? So somebody said, I just left Astro World Festival. And let me say this, as someone who has been to every Astro Fest, there was completely different. Oh, this was completely different. It was awful. I passed out because people were pushing up against me so much that I couldn't breathe. Sam got people to apparently crowd surf my unconscious body to the security guard, and I got carried to a little section behind GA. I think that's gate administration. Anyway, sorry, let me sure my lips ain't ashy. Anyway, and put down on a stool thing. When I woke up, I had water bottle in my lap and had no clue what happened. When I stood up, I looked around and who were getting carried out with eyes rolled back into their heads by security, bleeding from their nose and mouth. I yelled, has anybody checked the pulse? The security guard, frantic anyway, asked me to please help him, and I checked 2 people, and one did not have a pulse. I told him I was an ICU nurse, and then another security guard, hearing that, said, please come help us. He takes me to the part of the crowd behind GA where I see 3 bodies sprawled out, and people who I assume were medics, so that's medical staff doing CPR. I immediately see that there's not enough medics for this, so I relieved one medic of CPR. I asked where the ambu bag is, where the AED is. I don't know what the AED is. I know what the ambu bag is. I don't know what the AED is. Anyway, where the stretcher and ambulance is, where TF, you know what that is, any is, and they said essentially there is none. There was one. Okay, that's most of it. I'm not gonna read it all. But anyway, you can see how unprepared these people really were. And like I said, they could have been prepared for this because they already know what the probability of it happening might have been. Even if it never happened at any of the, I'm not sure how many concerts he's put on with the Astro Fest years prior, still preparing just in case every year it would happen. And see, this year it happened, right? And then we're not prepared. Right, I have a lot of things on the line as a business and company and things rolling for y'all to let this happen. So in my opinion, it's their fault, right? But now they have to deal with the consequences of what went on at this Astro Fest for not being prepared Okay. Um, what would you have done if you were in the shoes? I'll tell you what I would have done. Because I don't really know what happened. People are just speculating. They're reporting this and this and that. But did he actually see um what happened? Did he actually see people going under? I don't know. We don't know. Is there video evidence of this? We don't know. But anyway, if I had actually was there and I seen the people and I was performing, I would immediately have stopped and said, "Hey, hey, 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 security, stop them!" Because I would have been like, "Stop the music." Like I said, if I was there and I had actually seen it, I'm not saying that he's seen it. That's what they're reporting. If I had seen it, I would have stopped the music and said, "Somebody stop them. They're pushing towards the front. Somebody's getting hurt. Like somebody could really show their see hurt." That's what I would have done. Stop the concert, stop the music, right? But anyway, hopefully there's nothing like this happens at my concerts in the future. Okay, because I will not be for it at all. But anyway, what do y'all think of this whole thing? Is it a plot? Is it what the sacrifice? Whatever. There's so many things being reported. What do you think? Comment below, and we'll discuss this further in the future. Okay? See y'all later. Bye bye now.